From news and views, issues and opportunities, we'll have in-depth conversations with decision makers to find out what they know and what they think. I'm Rico Hizon, inviting you to join the exchange because your business is our business. Tuloy na tuloy pa rin ang Pasko. The Filipino Christmas tradition lives on. It's a time of shopping, gift-giving, and merrymaking as families and friends gather for reunions, even virtually. With fewer infections and easier travel access, Filipinos are hopeful of better times this Christmas. Businesses look forward to brisk sales thanks to consumers who are now willing to spend for the holidays. We'll look into the success of a homegrown brand in our Sweet Vision. The government is banking on the holidays to give the economy a much-needed lift. Let's now have an exchange with Philippine Retailers Association Chairman Paul Santos about how businesses are bouncing back thanks to the Christmas spirit. Happy holidays to you, Paul. Thank you so much for joining us. Are we seeing a better Christmas this year for both consumers and businesses compared to 2020?
Hi Rico. Yes, I think 2021, the holidays would be a lot better compared to last year for businesses and consumers both. Mainly because movement restrictions have been lifted, the alert levels have been lowered. Many more Filipinos have been vaccinated against COVID-19, and even minors are being allowed to enter shopping centers. So there's more incentive now, and people are thinking that it's less risky to venture out and go shopping compared to last year, which was really the nadir of business in this country.
This is wonderful news because families now can go out all together, shop, dine, and also watch movies. So, in your view, what will be the best performing retail businesses, Paul, this holiday season?
It's hard to say. Prior to the pandemic, your top selling businesses would still be food retailing, apparel, footwear, electronics, appliances, all the big ticket stuff that people would save up for to purchase during the last part of the year when a lot of their income is coming through, like their 13-month pay, their bonuses, and what have you, right? So you're going to see that occur again this year. It's not going to be probably as big as pre-pandemic, but compared to 2020, I think it's going to be a lot better compared to that period.
But of course, over the past 20 months, Paul, it has also been a very challenging period for many of our kababayans. Many of them have lost their jobs. There's still close to 4 million of them who are unemployed, and there are also the underemployed. And of course, they have to tighten their purse strings. But at the same time, oil prices have gone up as well. Inflation is on the higher end of the government forecast of 2 to 4%. So will retailers transfer the higher prices during the holiday season to the consumers?
Well, Rico, I think a lot of retailers are going to feel the pain of higher costs, higher fuel costs, and a lot of it also would be the fact that a lot of goods that should have arrived at this time of year are not arriving because of logistics bottlenecks up and down the supply chain. So this translates to higher costs for retailers. But I think many retailers will probably try to hold off as much as they can, passing on costs to consumers, because consumers themselves are having a hard time coping with prices as well. And to pass on the full increase to consumers at this time would probably translate to lost sales for a lot of businesses. So my guess would be a lot of businesses would try to hold off passing on these higher costs to consumers, or if they have to, they would probably pass on the barest minimum. I don't think retailers would pass on the full range of costs, but it depends depends
That's
on
right.
the retail subsector that you're in.
That's correct. And I mean, of course, there's still more months, no, for the retail sector to recover. It can't happen overnight or even during the holiday season. And the World Bank, Paul, and Oxford Economics warned of economic scarring that we will experience for several years. And based on your data, how long will it take for the retail sector to fully recover with all of these losses in the last 20 months?
It's hard to say. We're just following what the government is saying and other experts are saying. We'll probably see a recovery of the economy post-pandemic to probably to 2023 or even later. The retail trade in the Philippines, as elsewhere in the world, follows general economic trends, and where the general economy goes, so does retail and consumer spending. So if the predictions say that the overall economy in the Philippines and in other places would probably recover to pre-pandemic levels in 2023 or even later, yes, we would expect a recovery at that time. But until then, retailers really need to be very careful, watch out, and it's still going to be a long ride moving forward.
They have to persevere through 2022 to be able to recover fully. Well, that may take place in 2023. All the best for the holiday season. Paul, thank you so much for this Christmas Retail Exchange. Philippine Retailers Association Chairman Paul Santos. And when we come back on the exchange, where your business is our business, Filipinos flock to night markets to spend time with loved ones. We chat with Mercato Central's RJ Ledesma and World Bank Services International Jill Ang on what's in store for visitors. This is CNN Philippines. News you can use, news you can trust.
Wish ko this Christmas sana matapos na yung pandemic, yun lang.
Ang wish ko po ngayong Pasko sana makaano na po ako. Makaalis na po kasi nagpa-process po ako ng papers abroad.
Siguro yung typical na wish ng mga lahat ng tao yung matanggal na yung COVID tapos maging normal na.
Glad you're staying with us right here on The Exchange, where your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. Outdoor bazaars and food markets are again the place to be in the season of giving, as COVID-19 infections are on the decline, with more people heading out with their loved ones to look for the best buys and food to eat. Will this Christmas be better than the last? Joining us now is RJ Ledesma of Mercato Central and Jill Ang of World Bank Services International. Thank you so much for joining us on The Exchange. Jill, let me start off with you. What does it feel like that Christmas bazaars are back in business?
Sure, it feels great, Rico. I think it's about time for almost 2 years that we've been hostage in the house. So it's time for us to really go out, and I think almost everyone is very excited. But of course, we'll have to follow certain protocols in terms of like the safety, like the basic face mask, social distancing, and of course, optional for the face shield.
And Jill, what can shoppers expect from your 5-day Christmas bazaar?
Actually, for our event, it's not only a bazaar. We also have different activities, especially for the whole family. We've created, even for the fur babies, we've created an activity, we call it the Postival, wherein the dogs can like do some fashion shows with their owners, with their fur parents.
RJ, are most of the food stalls that have been shaken by this pandemic back in business after 20 months?
Well, I'm very happy to share, although they're somehow to fall out because, basically they're small entrepreneurs and they might not have enough cash flow to survive. Many of them are able to come back online here right now. And the nice thing, Rico, about this whole pandemic, the silver lining was that there were many online food entrepreneurs who were born during this pandemic and they became very active. And right now, many of them are already participating in our food markets. In fact, we're very happy to report that al fresco food markets have become such a craze that in the midst of this pandemic, by December 17 today, we've opened about 10 alfresco food markets all over Metro Manila, from the north to the south.
Of course, you mentioned earlier that the exhibitors and the customers have to, of course, maintain minimum public health standards. Is everyone invited to attend, vaccinated and unvaccinated, or only fully vaccinated?
For the visitors, we are accommodating vaccinated and not yet vaccinated, but for the security and safety of everyone, all of our tenants, even the organizers, are fully vaccinated.
And RJ, I've been to Mercato Central's food events, and our kababayans love to eat specialty food. How are you keeping your customers safe amid the threats of the Omicron?
Well, thanks so much for asking, Rico. Actually, we've been open since last year. We've been doing our fresco market since last year. So we've really had the chance to refine all our safety procedures, aside from following all the procedures of the IATF in terms of health and safety protocols. Similar to Jill, all of our people are basically all fully vaccinated. All of our employees, the employees of our food merchants. We also have social distancing officers and safety protocol officers who are in place to make sure that there's proper social distancing here involved.
The food is really exceptional. And Jill, bazaars are not only now during the holiday season, but during the past years, it's all year round. So with the success of your Christmas bazaar from the 15th until the 20th, are you planning to hold more bazaars in the new year, and where do you plan to set them up?
Eventually, the World Bazaar Festival is an annual thing. We normally do it every December. And hopefully we can do something again back in the south. So this year we've exhorted the north area. So hopefully by next year we'll go back to World Trade and with the Vertis area as well.
And RJ, are you planning to expand Mercato Central to other provinces next year in 2022?
Very, very much. So right now, just to let you know, I have to write this all down, just to remember every place that we are right now. We're in Uptown, Bonifacio, McKinley, Eastwood. We're in Glorieta, we're in SM by the Bay, we're in Circuit, we're in Green Hills, we're in Nuvali, we're in Robinson Antipolo, we are in Arcovia, and very soon we'll be expanding to areas like Bulacan, Pampanga, in the north, and then moving toward the south, we'll be expanding to areas such as Tagaytay and Batangas and Cavite. We're very excited because so many entrepreneurs have been approaching us. Foot traffic is coming back to areas, but right now people want to stay in alfresco areas because they feel more safe. So our job is to help, bring back that vibrance of the economy and also help small food vendors at the same time. And so if there are people here watching right now who want to become food entrepreneurs in the Mercato market, whether here in Metro Manila or in the NCR or outside NCR, please drop us a message on Facebook on Mercato Central.
And how many vendors, Jill, are participating in your current bazaar? And share with us more information on where it's being held and the hours for our viewers to shop at your bazaar.
Yeah, thank you, Rico. Roughly right now we have around 180 exhibitors. So it comprises food trucks. We also have some SMEs like from DTI and DA. So aside from that, we also have Christmas decor exporters group who will sell their products there. So the event is happening right now at Vertis North Open Ground. So it will happen until the 20th. So for more information, probably can follow and like our Facebook and Instagram page.
I'm ready to shop and eat outdoors. Thank you so much for this bazaars and food exchange. RJ Ledesma of Mercato Central and Jill Ang of World Beck Services International. And straight ahead on the exchange, where your business is our business, what are some of the items in our kababayans wish list? Let's talk to a homegrown retail brand when we come back. This is CNN Philippines. News you can use, news you can trust.
Ano na lang, sa family siguro, good health na lang. Yun lang, syempre, more blessing, gano'n.
Siguro peace of mind, tapos stress. Hindi siya material. Siguro yan.
Ang gusto ko lang pong regalo sa sarili ko is yung parang magkaroon po ng mindset na maging much better po sa gawin ko po yung mga bagay na gusto ko.
Glad you're staying with us right here on The Exchange, where your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. A homegrown brand is a go-to holiday shopping destination for Filipinos. What are the top items in our kababayans wish list? Let's now have an exchange with Bench General Manager Jude Ong. Jude, thank you so much for joining us on the program. Your business cuts across many retail sectors, from clothing to food to eyewear. Which ones are doing well this holiday seasons as restrictions ease?
Well, as we all know, Rico, Filipinos love to eat. So what's doing well for us right now are all our dining concept, Marugame, Maisen, and Paul French Bakery and Cafe. So those are the ones doing well right now. And of course, our bench essentials as well.
But how is the business this year during Christmas compared to the holiday season of 2020?
Definitely, Rico, it's a lot better this year as opposed to last year, but we're still a bit away from the 2019 or the pre-pandemic, but we're getting there.
What are the shopping trends? Despite a lot of Filipinos trying to scrimp and save during this shopping season.
Yeah, we observe two trends right now, Rico. One is the cautious shopper, where they're just spending basically on the essentials. But we also see some segment of the shoppers who are what we call the revenge shoppers, where they're the ones spending on our affordable luxuries. We see a combination of both. But one trend or one observation behavior that we see is the shoppers are spending less time in the stores as opposed to the pre-pandemic. So really the challenge for us is to get their attention and get the most out of their stay.
How do you ensure that your business will always be the one of the go-to shops of Filipinos for holiday gifts?
Well, we continuously listen to our consumers. So as mentioned, the pandemic right now, most of the needs are sanitizing, disinfectants. So that's where we focus our product development right now. And most of the young ones right now are very conscious on the environment. So we also came up with better made products, where all of our t-shirts are made from recycled PET bottles and recycled polyester cotton. So we try to listen to our consumers.
What is your business outlook for 2022? What will drive your growth?
We're very hopeful, and but I think the brick and mortar stores will make a comeback. As we know, online right now is dominating the shopping, but we believe that Filipinos are more emotional. So they would tend to it's more experiential shopping for them. So I think brick and mortar will eventually return.
Thank you for this Christmas gift exchange, Jude Ong, General Manager of Bench. And this is The Exchange. You make sense of the facts and the figures and the ups and downs of the business cycle, because your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. Thanks for watching CNN Philippines. News you can use. News you can trust.